Hi guys, Picture Perfect here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a simple channel intro using Windows Movie Maker. I'm going to show you how I made this simple channel intro. So the first thing you're going to need is a background image. Now this can be anything that you want it to be, whatever you find fits with your channel and your theme. I actually had a specific theme in mind for my intro, so I ended up searching for cloud backgrounds, but as I said, you can use absolutely anything, it really doesn't matter. One thing you do want to make sure of though is that the resolution of the image you choose is 1920 by 1080, and you can see the resolution here under the image name, and it's important that you have a full HD image so that when you import it into Movie Maker you don't get any black bars either on the sides or the top and the bottom. Once you've found the image that you want to save it and then go back to Movie Maker. When you load up Movie Maker, it will start with a blank project, but because I have something up to show you what I've done already, I'm going to click on File and New Project to start over. Right, now that you have your blank project, you can click to add movies and photos and select the background that you've chosen. When it imports the image, it automatically sets the duration to 7 seconds. And I think this is a little bit long for a channel intro, so I recommend changing this. If you go to Edit under Video Tools, you can change a whole bunch of things, including the duration of the clip. I'm going to go ahead and set my duration to 4 seconds, which I think is a little bit more suitable. Now that we've set the length that our video is going to run, we can go ahead and add an animation. Of course, you don't have to do this with yours, it's just something that I felt helped add a little bit of interest to the video and just make it a little bit more exciting. So if you click on the animation tab, and there are all sorts of options you can choose, but for this video I chose the pixelate option, which as you can see pixelates the image as it comes onto screen, and I think that's a really interesting effect. The next thing we want to do is add text, so that will be your channel name. Now if you've added an animation, the first thing you want to do is grab hold of this bar here, which is often referred to as a scrubber, and you want to pull it back to roughly the end of the animation, which is represented by this greyed out triangle. And the reason you want to do this is so that when you add the text will appear on screen after the animation has ended. Now to add text, go to Home and click Add Caption, and you want to add a caption, not a title. Once you've clicked this, a text box will appear on the left hand side and you can type in your channel name. Now you have the option of changing the colour of the font, you can add an outline, you can choose whatever font you want. I've gone with Kristen ITC and I've changed the font size to 72, and as you can see I've had to adjust the text box just to make sure it all fits on screen. Now once I've done that, I can adjust it to get the text just where I want it on the video. Now that you have your text, you can add an animation to it. The animations are up here on the top, and if you click the downwards arrow, it comes up with a greater selection for you to choose. Now, of course, you can choose any animation you want, and if you hover your mouse over them, it will display on the left-hand side and it will show you what that will look like. I've gone for the second emphasis option, which as you can see pulls the text inwards, and I think that that's quite a nice effect, but you can choose whatever you want, whatever works for you. Now if you want to preview what you've done so far, that's what the area on the left hand side of the screen is doing. It's a way of showing you what your video looks like so far, and you can adjust the size of each section to make the workspace more how you like it. So you can increase the size of the timeline and you can increase the size of the preview area, and you can preview your video however many times you want, and there is an option to preview the video in full screen just to give you a better idea of how it will look. Now we have a background, an animation and animated text. The last thing we need to do is add some music or sound effect, just as a way to bring the whole thing together. Now, of course, there are many different ways that you can do this, but I am going to use the YouTube audio library. YouTube have a library of sounds, including music and various sound effects, and you can use these in your videos without having to worry about copyright. Now, depending on what you use, some of them will say that you need to copy certain information into the description of your video if you're going to use them. Others, however, will let you use them without having to do this, so make sure that you check. Once you've loaded up the audio library, you can browse and listen to the different tracks and choose what suits you. Now, you can search by various categories, but I happen to know what I'm looking for, so I am going to use the search bar and type in chime to bring up the track that I'm looking for, which is called Magic Chime. And as I said, you can click the play button to preview the track. And once you're happy, you can click on the right hand side to download. Once you've chosen your music or sound effect, go back to Windows Movie Maker, and if you click on the Home tab, you can add music. Now, if you click on the downwards arrow, you can click to add music from your PC, so you can import music directly from your downloads folder or any other file on your PC. It will automatically insert the track, and as you can see, at the moment the music is starting just before the text appears on screen, and I actually want the music and the text to appear at the same time, so we're going to have to do a little bit of adjusting to get that to happen. In order to do that, we're going to click on the options underneath the music tools, and there are all sorts of things you can do here, but what we're going to do is adjust the start time of our track. And you might need to play around with it a bit, but essentially this moves the track forwards and backwards, and you want to try and get it aligned with the start of your text. So now that we've done that, the music will start as the text appears on screen, and I think that just makes the whole thing flow just a little bit better. And that's it, that's how I made this clip, and I'll just do a preview to show you how it all comes together. Now, the last thing you want to do is save your video file, and the save option is up the top on the right. And again, if you click the downward arrow, you can choose all sorts of different settings, but I think the most suitable is the high definition setting, which will save your video as a HD file. And that's everything you need to make a channel intro, which you can then add to each and every one of your videos. I hope you found this tutorial useful in some way. If so, then please hit the thumbs up button and feel free to leave a comment down below. I love hearing from you guys, and I'd love to hear about your channel intro projects and see what you guys come up with, so please do get in touch and let me know. Thank you for watching. I hope you're all having an awesome day, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye!